y'all, what's up? It's Hannah and welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new here. Today I'm really busy out here in the barn with all of my chickens. I'm trying to get everybody ready for my 2022 breeding season. Today I'm going to be moving a couple different flocks into new coops that are going to function better for that flock and that will function better for my breeding program. I have to get all of the hens with the correct roosters and make sure they cannot get with other roosters. That way I know that everybody's purebred. I have some of my hens that have been exposed to different roosters, so I have to make sure that they are separated at least 2 weeks before collecting any of their eggs for hatching to make sure that they don't have any sperm in them from the previous roosters. So first, before I get started, I'm going to show y'all all of my different coops that I'm working with, all of my different breeds and the breeds I need to separate, and I'm going to show y'all the coops I'm moving the different flocks into. I have several videos within this Hal's Hatchlings series. I have an entire chick care guide that I'll have linked in the description below, and I also have a video all about getting into hatching your own chicks and breeding and all of that kind of stuff if you're interested in starting your own breeding program at home or you're wanting to just hatch some eggs for yourself. I'll have it linked in the description box as well, and I'm also going to be doing a step-by-step hatching chicks very soon. Okay, so far in the barn today, I have kind of raked up all of the hay, feathers and leaves and all of that have kind of accumulated in here into piles. So I'm gonna go ahead and rake this back together a little bit because the chickens have kind of spread it a little. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the wheelbarrow to take to the manure pile so chickens don't mess my piles up that I have. These two hens right here are Americanas, and they're supposed to be in that chicken coop right there with my Moran rooster. But Americanas love to free range, and they're very like adventurous chickens. Like, that breed is just very like, they just love to free range and explore. So what they've been doing is jumping up top, and they roost on that door, and in the morning they'll jump over. I could fix that by putting wire above the door, but I don't have any wire at the moment, so I'm gonna wait to do that, and I'm just gonna move them into a different coop that has like a complete covered roof, or like there's no gaps in the roof where they cannot escape. And this coop would actually work better for my cochins that are in the coop I'm going to be moving them into. This is going to be my first time hatching from my Americanas and my Moran, which are going to make olive eggers because the Morans lay chocolate brown eggs and the Americanas lay blue eggs. You cannot use Easter eggers because Easter eggers aren't purebred. You have to use Americanas. Americanas are purebred chickens. So breeding them together will create an olive egger, which will lay an olive green egg. And since my Americanas are like a really pretty blue color, I have decided to use my Splash Moran rooster. He's super gorgeous, so I'm so excited to see what colors they're gonna make. And I'm still gonna let them free range, but I need them to free range when they're supposed to be, because sometimes I'll have another rooster out and then they'll jump the door and then they'll get bred by the other roosters. But they still are going to be free ranging because they love to free range, and I love my birds to free range. So before I start moving any feeders or moving any birds, I'm going to go ahead and rake this into the wheelbarrow and that pile over there so I can get that out of the way.
What's my little butt doing? What are you doing?
Okay, so here's the barn. On the left side of the barn is our big chicken coop that I have just like laying hens in, basically. The rooster I have in here is a black copper Moran, and then I have 1, 2, 3 Moran hens, and then that's a Moran. Since the Morans lay a different color egg, and they lay the super chocolate brown eggs, I'm able to breed Morans in this chicken coop because I can tell the eggs apart, and he's my only rooster in here. This Buff Orpington right here and all of the Barred Rocks are my oldest chickens. They're like 7 years old, still really healthy, doing really good. That chicken over there is a black Australorp that I got this past spring at Golden Sex Link. I got this past spring. That Golden Sex Link I also got this past spring. And then that Moran I got this past spring. And then the Morans, the 2 hens I hatched out myself in that Lavender Orpington. And I got a Moran egg. I've already gotten an egg earlier today. Egg production is starting to pick back up, which I'm super happy about. As you come into the barn, right here on the left, I have a little growing pen. So these cochins are not quite old enough to go with my flock of cochins. She might be, but I don't really want her to be moved in with the new flock by herself. So I'm gonna wait until those 2 are bigger. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 coops on this side, and then another coop right here, and then everything else is feed and horse tack. So this first coop on the left are my Orpingtons, and I also have 2 Easter eggers in here that I mix with Maui, our Lavender Orpington rooster. Those are the 2 Easter eggers right there. And then I've got 2 mottled Orpingtons and 3 lavender Orpingtons in here. Then in the second one is the Americanas. I was able to put the other 2 back in here. So I've got the 3 Americanas with the Splash Moran rooster. So we're going to make some olive eggers. And I've also got a brooder up there for when I have chicks outside in the spring and summer. Then this last coop over here is for my ducks, which stays open pretty much all the time. They just sleep in it and lay their eggs in here for me. And then we have a little Aussie butt. Ain't that southern? You're so cute. This coop in the front corner are my Silkies. The Silkies help me a lot with my breeding program because they are very broody girls, but they also lay a lot of eggs when they are not broody. So in here I've got my 2 hens. That's my new rooster I'm using this year, the white one. And then I hatched that rooster out. He's really cute. I love him. And then over here is my first chicken coop ever. I've had this chicken coop for like 10 years, 9 years, 10 years, something like that. These are my cochins that are about 5 years old. Yeah, I think these cochins are 5. There's only 2 in here, so I'm going to be moving them into the barn. I'm going to be moving the Splash Moran and the Americanas in here, and the Americanas won't be able to fly out of it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go and catch those 2 white cochins I showed y'all, and I'm going to stick them in this little kennel behind me while I move the other birds into the other coop. And before I move them, I'll kind of rake it out and put in some new bedding. And then before I put the cochins in here, I will put new bedding as well. Okay, I've got the little white cochin rooster. This rooster has always been one of my favorites. And my fertility rate with him, my last time I hatched chicks, it wasn't that great. I'm not going to get rid of him, like he's going to live his life out with me, but I think I need a new rooster because as he's older, his fertility rate's going to go down.
What are you doing, buddy? Such a good boy.
I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to hatch chicks in like late March and April and May because my due date with Colby is at the end of April, so I might have to take a break during the spring, but I am going to be hatching like as long as I can until I have Colby, and then I'm hoping I'll be able to hatch soon after I have him, but we'll kind of play it by ear. And then this is the hen. This is Magnolia. She's been in a lot of my videos because she has hatched out a lot of babies for me. She's a really good mama. The lighting is super bright in here, but here's a before. I'm trying to get it all raked out. Okay, I've pretty much just put hay on this side and then kept this side just dirt because they normally dust over here, and I put diatomaceous earth all on the ground. Okay, I've got this flock moved. They're already dusting and scratching around, having a good little time. I'm gonna give them some black soldier fly larvae. Just gonna throw it right there. Before I let them free range, I normally like to have them in their new coop for about a week. That way they know that this is their coop and this is their place. So they'll come back in here at night when they are done free ranging for the day. Okay, now I'm working on this coop. I just cleaned out the water bowl and I'm gonna rake it out, put down some DE, then new hay, and then I'll put the birds in here. Like I've said in one of my recent videos, I like using pine better for bedding, but I'm currently out, so that's why I'm using hay. And if I do use hay for bedding, it's normally in the winter time anyway. Alright y'all, I've got everybody moved into their new coop. That is going to be all for today's video. Be sure you comment your favorite chicken breed or breeds down in the comments. Today's notification shout out goes to Faith Stacer. I'm going to have it up there on the screen. She said, love, love, love Ladies Halter. Post notifications are on. You inspire me so much, and without you I would not get my first 2 horses. You're amazing and such a blessing, Hannah. I love your videos. Thank you so much, Faith. I appreciate you and your support so much, and congratulations on your new horses. That is so awesome. Thank every single one of you so much for your support. It means the world to me. I hope that y'all enjoyed today's video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all really soon with another one. Bye.